Alphabet's performance against what we've been seeing in the larger tech space overall. So sure, it's a 2% move just today, but if you compare that relatively to what's been happening within the space, I think it speaks, it gives you a more complete picture.
Do you feel better or worse about Microsoft's print?
I feel okay about Microsoft's print, and I think Microsoft is at the end of a period where the stock has been correcting and consolidating, and I think I feel even better though when I think about what I might be getting from Amazon tomorrow. I think also a stock that looks a lot more interesting on valuation, trades at, compared to Walmart these days. I know we're not having this conversation, I just started it. I like the thought of Amazon tomorrow based upon Google today. Sorry.
Amazon's setup is what Google was, right, before this huge move, meaning Google was range-bound, underperforming, and then it caught up with the market and caught up with semis. I think Amazon is the play.
All right. For more, let's bring in Fast Money friend Gene Munster, managing partner at Deepwater Asset Management. Gene, what's your take on Alphabet's quarter?
I think back to Guy's comments, that this really shows this CapEx guide was remarkable. 100% growth. Hard to imagine, really speaks to the breadth and how early we are. This whole conversation that we're at the cusp of AI starting to slow down is just totally off base, and I think that plays through. So the more important point for me so far has been a read-through for the broader AI trade. As far as Google's business, you've already got kind of framed in, and all I can add is that on the call so far, they've been reiterating that this momentum can continue, and specifically when we look at the growth within cloud, they said that there's not only existing customers amping up their spend, but also new customers coming in. That was really important to kind of keep this flywheel going. And so I think when I put this together, this reminiscent of last week when Apple's numbers came out, the stock didn't do what I had expected it to do. We're seeing kind of the same scenario here. I would have suspected, given the stock was essentially flat over the past week, that the stock would be up 5–10% on this print. It really is a remarkable print and a show of force at them and Meta, showing how they can use AI to really accelerate revenue growth in a remarkable way.
In terms of the AI trade, what we've seen is hardware do really well, software getting killed. Do those narratives continue, and maybe continue with a vengeance based on that CapEx number?
I think they do, and that's kind of one of the dynamics, kind of a strange dynamic around this whole software trade down, is that there's this narrative that AI doesn't have utility to it, but at the same time investors are really queuing in on what's going to happen with software growth next year. It's not about this year, it's how this whole phenomenon impacts that. And I think at the end of the day is that the news tonight, obviously a good read through for the infrastructure and a negative read through for the software companies. I think just to I want to put some perspective on like the magnitude of